Okay, so I'm gonna call the Board of Selectmen, September 18th meeting to order. I have a pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Should I make a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Okay. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the minutes, make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 4th as written.
I'll second that.
Any?
I did not see any changes needed.
I didn't either.
Excellent.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There is no correspondence to report on. So the first selectmen's report, I'm gonna call on Ed to give the Board of Assessment Appeals report.
We met on September 7th, but for the purpose of hearing the automobile appeals. The automobile appeals are on a first come, first served basis. We don't do appointments. So we were there from 10 o'clock until noon, and we had 2 appeals with an adjustment to the grand list of $1,400. No major issues.
Thank you. Rob, you have any questions for
Nope.
him? Thank you, Ed. Lori, you want to give a report for the ambulance?
Sure. East Haddam Ambulance, in the month of August, we received 75 calls for emergency services, which was quite a bit higher than what we're used to. The mutual aid rate for us not being able to get an ambulance crew for the month of August was only 1.4%. We had one call that went to mutual aid, that was it. So we've really improved. It's well under the threshold, which is 50%. And it meets our ambulance association goal of, we try to keep it under 10%. So we're doing well. It's been 4 months in a row now that we've been under 10%. So we're really satisfied with what the changes that we've made and what's happened. The average response time for August is 3 minutes. So we've really improved response time also. I spoke with the Office of Emergency Medical Services today in Hartford to report off to them. And she said that we're to be commended on our rapid improvement in our services.
So have we been able to do that with volunteers, or is this with the hired?
This is a combination of volunteers, town staff, and a staffing agency. We're moving towards hiring people ourselves, which would be less expensive than having a staffing agency. And then we're probably going to be 4 different compartments. We're going to have our volunteers first, and then our paid staff. Then we're going to have the town staff, and whatever's left over, the staffing agency would fill in for. So we're hoping to fill the schedule ourselves with paid people that we hire.
Who would be supervising the paid staff, or would you continue?
The EMS director, Dave.
Okay, the same, when I say paid staff, that you're hiring.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he goes on calls now, right? Correct?
He's always gone on
Yeah,
calls.
right. I mean, like, that's what I meant.
Yeah, we actually approved a little bit more funding in case there's call-outs at the last minute or something, and he can come in and staff himself, so.
Well, I was pleased to see our ambulance mutual aiding to another town today.
That does
So-
happen,
We did.
yes. So the other thing that we're doing is we are doing the National Awareness Campaign for Stop the Bleed. I've mentioned it before. Our next class is going to be held October 1st here at the town municipal building. And this is for bystanders to become trained in how to stop bleeding, because anytime there's an emergency that involves bleeding, by the time professional help gets there, that person may have bled to death. So Dr. Ron Gross is our local expert, and he's a nationally recognized teacher in this, and he's working with East Haddam Ambulance, and we're going to be offering courses on a more frequent basis to try, like we train people in CPR. East Haddam Ambulance has always been committed to having CPR classes. We're also going to be doing the Stop the Bleed with the same frequency. to get as many people in town as we can trained. It's 3 simple steps, people can learn it, and it would really benefit in an emergency.
What date was that again? October what?
October 1st, it's a Tuesday night, and it's 7 to 9 o'clock.
And that's open to anyone.
Anyone. And you can call the ambulance number, which is 860-873-2185 to sign up, or on our Facebook page.
So where do you advertise it, just on Facebook, or do you put it in the paper, or?
Well, David's going to be doing an article.
Okay.
He interviewed Ron Gross, and we've given him a
Excellent.
lot of information, and there's going to be an article in the paper.
Town meeting. Same night as the town meeting.
Oh, that's the night of a town meeting?
There'll be more. We're going to hold them with more frequency. And then the other thing is that the annual Board of Directors meeting for the ambulance is going to be held on Monday, September 23rd at 7 o'clock at the East Haddam Grange. All the public is invited.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions?
You good, Rob?
What's that?
Thank you.
Okay, the quarterly report went to the Selectmen's office for April, May, June. I think that one went to the Selectmen's office. And that's what goes to OEMS. And even that one had our significant improvement shown on that with our response time. And they do quarterlies. So I think maybe now, I don't know, what do you think? Now that we've got, the numbers are under control and everything, do you want a monthly report, or would it a
I still
quarterly?
think we should have a monthly
Do you
report.
want to continue with a monthly report? Okay, that's fine.
We'll only be here for another 2 meetings, so. At least I will only be here for another 2 meetings. I can't wipe the smile, sorry. I'm trying not to. I'm trying.
Write that down.
Quote,
Right.
it's okay. Thank you, Lori. Now it is time for citizens' concerns. I don't have any responses to previous. Anyone? Ed?
Just one quick question. When you say average response time of 3 minutes, does that mean till the time the ambulance leaves its quarters?
Yes, till it signs on that they're responding. Before, we always had to wait for volunteers to come from wherever. Now we have some people that are responding immediately. So that cut our, and then we also track our time from the time we sign on, from the time of call to the time we reach the patient themselves. And even that's dropped tremendously too.
Yeah, but that's a difficult one, because it depends on where you're going in town.
Well, I was surprised at the quarterly one, what number we came up with. It was, I mean, for the month of August, it was 7 minutes. And if you take a Lake Hayward call, you're talking 15 minutes to get to Lake Hayward. So-
So are you saying then that these first responders are able to go?
Okay, we can't have an open conversation.
Oh, I thought it was a question.
So, yeah, you address them to us. and
Oh,
then-
okay.
So, yeah, so what are you asking?
question?
You just can't have open, like, a conversation in the audience.
So
yes.
my question was just on her response. Are the first responders able to then go directly to the call?
Right, yeah, they have to.
Some of our volunteers respond directly to the scene, and some respond depending on where they live and where the call is. We have people who live in Lake Hayward that go right to the scene, so they get a rapid response.
Okay, so that's probably what's happening. Okay, thank you. Any other citizen concerns? Thank you. Okay, unfinished business, East Haddam Revitalization Committee update. So the RFP is going tomorrow, correct? So we will, and then they meet, when does East Haddam meet again? The
They meet
revitalization?
on the 4th Wednesday of every month.
Okay. Transfer station, I don't think we have any updates on that. This meeting, citation hearing procedure, no update. Still with the town attorney, control of animals ordinance, we have nothing to report there. Cemetery, nothing there. New business, so you have your bids that Beth Lunt had gotten for the catch basin cleaning. We had 2 bids. So, and they will remain in effect for 1 year. Option to renew on a year-by-year basis for 2 additional years. So I'm gonna make a motion to award the bid for catch basin cleaning to Janet Sweeping Property Care LLC at $39 per basin and $41 per head well for the period of September 1st, 2019 to August 30th, 2020, with the option to renew on a year-by-year basis for 2 additional years with the approval of the town and the vendor. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Oh, any discussion? Did you want to
Well,
discuss?
I just,
Sorry.
why did Briggs suddenly,
Briggs is out of the municipal catch basin business.
that will do it?
So
Okay.
he was the only one that bid at that price because he got much outside help from the municipalities. But most of the municipalities are pulling back from doing that now, so he left the municipal business. And these people had at times also put in bids and they were always a lot higher because they do it pretty much themselves. We just do more traffic control.
And because we have, what, 1,400 approximately?
1,450 catch basins and about 50 head walls. So the price went from $24.99 to $39.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So now on to the call for town meeting. You have your call. I'm gonna read it. So I'm gonna make a motion to approve the following call for town meeting. The electors and citizens of the town of East Haddam, Connecticut, qualified to vote in the town meeting, are hereby warned and notified that a special town meeting will be held in the town hall on Town Street in the said town of East Haddam at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, October 1st, 2019, for the following purpose, to wit. Item 1, to consider and act upon the recommendation of the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance to enter into a 5-year agreement with the Willimantic Waste Paper Company for a contract for municipal solid waste disposal, municipal bulky waste disposal, single stream recycling with adjustable rate after 36 months, and municipal hauling services. Item 2, to consider and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance. Resolved that the town of East Haddam accept the gift, donation, transfer of real and personal property from the East Haddam Free Public Library and Reading Room Association, Inc., in furtherance of the creation of a single unified town library system as provided in the ordinance adopted by the town meeting on June 19, 2013. Can I get a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There are no board and commission committee changes. So we have 4 tax refunds. So I'd like to make a motion to award tax refunds in the amounts as presented. $263.92 to A-Car Leasing Ltd. $60.57 to Alexis Vitale. $54.18 to Honda Lease Trust. $46.15 to Laura Liba. Can I
Second.
get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Another opportunity for public comment.
Who was the basin company that you
Oh, I'm
accepted
sorry.
the bid? I just didn't,
Yep,
I don't
sorry.
recognize them.
Janet Sweeping Property Care LLC.
And then are they, do they just clean them out? Is that what they do?
Yes, they vacuum them out.
Yeah.
So then they have to, part of their agreement in this bid is that the town provides them with a place to dump the material.
They what?
The town provides them with a place to dispose of the material.
Okay, okay. All right, thanks.
Any other questions? Selectmen's discussion? Anything?
Not much.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything. Nope.
Excellent. Well, so here just in time.
Don't sit down.
Don't sit down. There
Really?
being no more business to discuss, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Gas coming up here. Whoa.
Right.
Aye.
Give me gas up here.
That was great. It was the best
I
meeting
think
ever.
that's the shortest one ever.
No, that's not actually the shortest one. I think we had one 6 minutes.